The 8th will not be seen at this time. In its place, we present another program you can lose your head over.
Hey, Lisa, what are you studying?
History.
History? Oh, that was my best subject in school. Ask me anything about anybody, and I'll tell you.
Okay. Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar was a famous Roman chef, invented Caesar salad.
Okay. War of the Roses.
War of the Roses? That's when the florists raised their prices just before Valentine's Day.
Andy Jackson.
You amaze me, Lisa. I thought you'd know that one. He's one of the Jackson Five. Where are you going?
To study in my room.
Oh, yeah, well, listen, don't forget your old dad's right here. Always ready, willing, and able to help you.
How can I forget?
Alistair, will you please stand up? This history paper is a disgrace. I cannot believe the idiocy of some of your statements. Look, you have Paul Revere back in ancient Italy running around on that horse warning the Romans that the Goths are coming. Wait a minute. George Washington crossing the Delaware on a windsurfing board? Get this goody. Marco Polo using a personal computer to figure out the costs of the Boston Tea Party. Would you please tell me the meanings of this?
Well, I was just trying to be a great man, sir.
A great man?
Yeah, well, you said that all the great men throughout history were the ones that changed history. So, I changed history.
Where does the school board get them? Why do they keep sending them to me?
Hi, and welcome to sort of a musty episode of You Can't Do That on Television, the show that makes modern history every week by continually appalling its viewers. As you probably guessed, this week's show is about history, that rich pageant of kings and crooks that have come before us.
Christine, speaking about kings, did you know that I am descendant from royalty?
Get out, you! Alistair, don't make me laugh. Who told you that?
My dad did.
Oh, has he gotten out of the asylum yet?
Well, no,
Look, here comes a bit of living history right now.
Oh, very funny. Save your breath. I know what you're thinking. The show is about history, so out come all the old jokes.
Yeah.
Forget it. I beat you to it. Ross, did you come over on the Ark?
No, I didn't.
Well, what did you do then? Swim? Gee, Ross, you must have really liked the Dark Ages.
How come?
Because you don't look so good in the light.
Get one in the light. Get that one down.
Dark?
What? Oh, you oh, fun out of everything.
Dark Age. Lisa, did you know that the Romans loved food so much they used to tickle their throat with feathers so they could throw up and start eating all over again?
Alistair, that's gross.
Yeah, I know, but think about it. Birth would have made a fortune in ancient Rome.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, instead of the Romans just using a feather, they could have came to bars and have a burger to make them throw up.
I heard that. Great idea, old boy. I would never run out of special sauce. Oh, hey, hold it. Don't waste that. Here, Lisa. Ready? Aim! Wait a minute. Oh, what is that you're reading?
Oh, it's a history of execution.
History of executions.
Yeah, it's really interesting. There's a lot of ways of doing somebody in.
Oh, I'll bet, yes.
Oh, look at the part about Joan of Arc.
Joan of
That's
Arc.
the
Wait a
best
minute. Che. Hey. Oh, and there it is. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me. She got it by the guillotine. No, she didn't. She got it, they stoned her to death.
No, it's there. You'll see.
Oh, anyway. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Fire. Fire.
Have you seen my history project?
What history project, Todd?
My history project to show how the medieval peasants used to make their mud huts. There was a box full of straw, mud, and cow dung.
Valerie.
Yes, sir.
I don't know where you got this new breakfast cereal, but it's horrible. As soon as I'm finished this box, don't buy any more.
What are you doing, Lucy? Well, I'm researching this history essay I have to write about the great women in history. Well, what women do you admire most? I have to say Florence Nightingale, because of all the hardships she had to go through.
Oh, well, she was the pioneer of nursing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she spent her whole life surrounded by hundreds and thousands of men who were depending on her for care and attention.
Oh, what a hardship.
Yeah, right, what a hardship. Think of all the dates she got.
Flip,
Yes?
who do you think was the most famous person in history?
Irwin P. Trudgill.
Irwin P. Trudgill? I've never heard of him before. Who was he?
Lisa, I am shocked. Don't they teach you anything in school anymore? Irwin P. Trudgill was the inventor of the first coin-operated amusement game in the year 1817. I got a picture of him in my wallet.
Your wallet.
Yeah.
Dad, when was the Battle of Bunker Hill?
Bunker Hill? Well, don't ask me. I was never very good at dates.
You certainly aren't.
Dad, you really aren't very good at dates. You forgot your wedding anniversary. Again!
All right, you kids back there, shut up!
You know, it's time we took a stand against that bus driver.
Yeah, I mean, all throughout history, the downtrodden have risen up and overthrown and tormented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, let's revolt.
Good idea!
Victory in our revolt.
Christine, I think our revolution has just hit a snag.
What?
None of us knows how to drive.
Oh, this is revolting.
Have you tried this stuff? It's horrible.
You're not kidding. It's awful.
Barf. What is this?
Oh, that is an old family dish. Yeah, it goes back to Civil War.
But why would your family pass on a recipe this awful?
Who said anything about passing on a recipe? This food goes back to the Civil War.
I thought I'd speed up my research and use this computer to help me with my essay. So much for modern technology.
Christine, did you hear the news? I'm a real prince. I mean a prince.
Wouldn't touch that line with a 10-foot pole.
I mean it, Christine. I found out that I am descended from kings. Really?
Seriously?
Uh-huh.
Really? Oh, Alistair, that's really exciting because, that means that I know a royal personage. That's really neat. Are you serious? Really? Or is this simply the introduction to the opposites?
Now, Lisa, for your detention, I am going to write out pages 1 through 895,742 of this dictionary.
But, sir,
No buts. I am going to copy out this dictionary. Move it. Thank you.
Sir, that's not fair. You teachers have all the fun. You never save any of the good stuff for us.
Lisa, run along, please. I am probably going to be here for a week.
Good morning, Mr. Schindler.
Good morning, you smiling faces. Well, as you will recall, I asked you each to write a paragraph about what you think might be the most important event in history. Lisa, you wrote about the American Revolution, 1776. Alistair, the Battle of Hastings, 1066. Very interesting. And Christine, Cristoforo Colombo. 1492, sail the ocean blue. You're all wrong. The most important event in history was the release of Michael Jackson's Thriller album.
Michael who?
Michael Jackson. You know.
Alistair! Alistair! What do you think you're doing? Shouldn't you be hanging around some video arcade somewhere?
I don't know, Dad. I just want to stay home and do the dishes and vacuum.
Never mind. No. You're going down to that video arcade, and you're going now, and I'll do the vacuuming and the dishes.
But Dad, I can't. I've got tons of history homework to do.
I'll do that, too, after I do the vacuuming and the dishes. History? You want to talk about history? Boy, I know that. Well, of course, after all, I lived through most of it.
But Dad, come on. I'm really too busy. I just
Get
can't
out of here.
go.
Get now! Video arcade. Beat it. Get out of here.
All right, Christine. How's the old history essay coming?
I'm reading about Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette. I know her. That was the queen. Got her head lopped off by the guillotine.
Yeah, were you there?
Oh, come on. That was a couple of 100 years ago.
Oh, couldn't you get tickets?
Christine, I told you, no more old jokes.
All we use on this show is old jokes.
Do you remember in history class today when the teacher said that during the Great Plague, people used to go around saying, "Bring out your dead, bring out your dead"? So, well, that would have never have happened if Barth had been around. What are you babbling about? Well, if Barth had been around then, he would have been saying, "Bring in your dead, bring in your dead." Why? Who do you think's in the burgers? What are you doing, Dad?
You know, your mother's mother is staying with us for a month.
Oh, come on, Dad. It won't work. I know Granny's old and everything, but I don't think she's going to believe that we've got the plague and stay away.
What do you mean, stay away? She's already here. This is to warn all the other people.
Valerie, have you seen that good-for-nothing husband of yours? He was supposed to take me to play poker tonight.
What do you want?
Well, who's that guy I saw you with earlier?
Oh, him. You know, he was some kind of historian. He says that this castle has some historical importance. Apparently a bunch of big shots used to hang around here during the Spanish Inquisition.
So, what did he want?
He wants to conduct tours through here once in a while.
Then that means you'll be letting me go free, right?
Are you kidding? You're going to be one of the main attractions. Sure. I'm going to call it Spanish Inquisition Tortures, and you will help with the demonstrations. Yeah. You know, Alistair, I think that this could be bigger than Disneyland. All right, now, class, today... Marjorie, straighten up. Today, we are studying the life of one of the great Renaissance men of history, Francis Bacon.
Who?
And Francis Bacon, the great philosopher and writer. Yes, Todd.
Didn't I read somewhere he died in a weird way?
Yes, he was trying to prove that you could keep food fresh by freezing. He caught cold and died. You see, he was out back, and he was stuffing a chicken with snow. No, really, I don't say.
So, instead of being famous for freezing chicken, he got famous for freezing bacon!
They should be studying the Marquis de Sade. It's more down their alley.
Marjorie, did you ever hear about the king who lost his crown in the wash?
Oh, Alistair, come on. I've heard of losing your socks in the wash, but a crown.
Not that kind of wash. The Wash. It's a river in East Anglia in England. And see, the king was escaping from his enemies, and then all of a sudden his crown fell off.
Oh, into the water, right?
Kind of makes you think about wanting to be related to kings, doesn't it?
Alistair, remember that I was telling you about that guy who wanted to make a tourist attraction out of this castle because of the Inquisition?
Yeah, and you're going to demonstrate all the torture equipment on me, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all been changed now. This has been declared an historical site.
Absolutely! That means you're going to let me go free, right? Blue skies, Barbie burgers, girls!
No. We can't do that. You see, the Bureau of Historical Monuments has a rule about this.
rule about letting me go free?
No. The rule is we can't change a single thing. Looks like you're in for the long haul, kid.
Okay. Now, has everyone handed in their history assignment?
Sir,
Christine?
why do we have to study history anyway? It's so boring. I mean, who cares what happened in 1776?
Unless we study history, we are condemned to repeat it.
Yeah, but sir, we do repeat it right now. There's still wars, there's still oppression, there's still corruption in high places.
That's not what I meant. Unless you start studying your history, you are going to repeat it. Next year. Again!
Dad,
Yeah?
you remember when you told me that you got kicked out of school for mouthing off with the principal?
Oh, yeah. I was the class hero.
Yeah, well, it's really amazing how history can sometimes repeat itself.
You see what happens when you encourage them?
Hey, Alistair. Yeah, Tom? Did you know that one of the great battles of World War II was fought over the English Channel? The English Channel? Give me a break. I can imagine someone fighting over MTV, maybe. But an English Channel?
Hey, Lisa. Yeah, Marjorie. America was founded in the idea of no taxation without representation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in other words, if you can't vote, you shouldn't have to pay taxes.
Oh, well, I'll have to remember that the next time I go to pay sales tax.
Well, wait a minute. I don't think it applies to sales tax, but it should.
What do you mean?
Well, wasn't it sales tax on tea that started the whole thing?
Yes.
Hey, Moose. Yeah, Alistair. Well, America bought New York from the Indians, and the Midwest from the French, and Alaska from the Russians.
So?
So do you think the warranties have run out yet, or do we have to pay to get them fixed?
Todd,
Yeah, Margaret?
did you know that Nero the Emperor played the fiddle while Rome burned?
Yeah?
Yeah, right. And I was wondering what song that he was playing.
Probably fire.
Hey, Lisa.
Yes, Christine.
What were Neil Armstrong's words when he first stepped on the moon?
Hello, moon.
Lisa, step back into your locker for one small minute. That's one small step for a woman, one giant step for this program.
So how's the essay coming along, Moose?
Well, you know, the more research I do, the more I realize that anything men can do, women can do better.
Says who?
Amelia Earhart, Indira Gandhi, Madame Curie, the list goes on, Alistair. And anyway, there's one thing that women can do that men will never be able to do.
And what's that?
Have babies.
Well, women can't have babies without men.
We're working on it.
Well, it won't be as much fun.
How would you know?
You know, Dad, I got my report card today. And it's amazing about history. Through the times of the ancient Romans and Greeks, right up to the present day, can be reduced to one letter.
One letter?
Yeah. F.
Oh, no, isn't that interesting, Lance? That was your favorite letter, wasn't it?
I cannot believe that not one of you knows the name of the capital city of Rhode Island. When I was your age, I knew all the states and the names of the capitals.
Yeah, but when you were our age, there was only 13 states.
All right. Who said that? Marjorie. Books. Come on. Oh!
Books, what's going on here? Always got their head buried in books. Well, you see, Todd, I'm doing research on my family tree, and I may have found something that might interest you. Oh, yeah? Did you mean that I might be a duke, or an earl, or a baron, or a knight? It's nothing like that. It's just that me and you might be related. Oh, no! It's true. On my mother's side, 13th cousin, twice removed. By marriage, there's a Clarabelle Corrigan. Do you have an aunt named Clarabelle? I don't know. That was really unfair. How do you think I felt when I found out I was related to you?
Hey, where's the beef?
Don't ask. All right, boys, listen. Before I let you guys play, the school board says you got to take An oral history exam.
Oh, history? Come on, Coach. Do we have to?
Yes, absolutely. Now listen closely. Alistair, how long did the 100 Years' War last?
100 years?
Very good.
Oh, right on.
Come on, you guys. No, there's more. Number 2. Now listen. Which came first? Let's put it this way. World War I or World War II?
World War I.
Hey! Todd, you got to come up with one here. Now listen, this is tough. Think. Todd, who's the president who's buried in Grant's tomb? Give it a... Think.
Come on, Todd.
Come on. Grant! Grant, that's right! You got it. All right, boys, you get it. Now, come on, get out there and play. Hit him. Sock him. No, the door opens this way.
So, did you finish your essay?
Yeah, and I got it back already.
I hate to ask, but what did you get?
An A+.
What's our educational system coming to these days?
Well, it might have something to do with the fact that my teacher's a woman. So I included her on my list of the great women in history.
That's sneaky. I could try that sometime.
Yeah. So how's your family tree blossoming?
I stopped.
You stopped?
Yeah, I found out that way back I'm related to Lisa Ruddy. And so I didn't want to dig any deeper. You never know what kind of horrors might unearth.
I heard that out. Now, how do you know that I'm not too thrilled about being related to you anyway?
Yes, class. Some infamous characters around the world have made their marks in history by their misdeeds. Any examples? Marjorie.
Sir, Adolf Hitler, sir?
Right up near the top of that list. Yes. Lisa?
Bunny Toes Mussolini?
Bunny. Oh, Mussolini. Yes. Also. Any others?
Oh, sir,
Yes, Alistair.
Socrates.
Socrates, one of the great moralists and philosophers of all time.
Yeah, but he also invented school. Bart's been around for quite a long time, and he really has an interesting history. Oh, yeah? Yeah, see, back in the 1930s, his dad opened up a burger joint in India, and I'm positive Mahatma Gandhi ate there. How do you know that? Well, why else would he start fasting? That's probably why I had to wear a big diaper.
I heard that, too.
Marjorie, how'd you do in the history exam?
Well, that all depends.
On what?
Did George Washington have anything at all to do with the Spanish Inquisition?
I don't think so, Marjorie.
Well, then I didn't do too great.
Actually, that just about wraps up our show on history.
Yeah, you know, in all of history, we have to live in the worst time.
Oh, is that
ever
true?
I heard somewhere there's like 47 wars going on right now.
Complain.
What? Don't you care in the least about the state of the world?
I certainly do, and I am doing something about it. Wait a minute, just this morning, I signed something that will stop a lot of people from fighting.
Ross, did you sign a petition?
Yeah, ban the bomb?
Right on. Good.
Your paycheck.
This episode of You Can't Do That on Television is now history. Thank goodness.
All this stuff about him. Well, actually, but you know what I was thinking is that since this show has made television history once again, that these studios might one day be preserved as sort of a landmark.
Or, yeah, maybe like a historical shrine.
Yeah, and out-of-work actors from all over the world can flock here to the home of bad acting.
Cut it out. We've been really good this show. We haven't made any old jokes. It would be really nice if you could just lay off the bad acting jokes.
All right, so we call a truce.
Yeah, sort of like the Treaty of Versailles, speaking of history.
Yeah.
The Treaty of Versailles after World War I.
Oh, yeah.
You remember World War I, don't you?
I remember World War One.
Fought in the First World War, didn't you?
Oh, I didn't fight in World War One.
No, are you kidding? You'd be far too old. You fought in the Civil War, though, didn't you?
Yeah, you couldn't resist it. Come back here.